Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see some common and important activities of Excel that we basically use to our project on the regular basis. So let me first show you our agenda for today. Then we will go to the UiPath and explain each and every activity in depth. So let me just show you the agenda. What is our agenda? As you can see, this PPT slide, our agenda for today is to use the text to column activity. So you might have seen sometime you got an use case where all the data will be there in the one column only and you have to separate it based on some separators. So for that case you can use the text to column activities. Then we will see how we can delete or add the delete or insert the rows and columns. Then we will see how we can remove the duplicates from a column or multiple columns. Then we will see how we can format the cell, like you have to format the cell, you have to fill the background as a red or font as a red or some other colors. And then we will see how we can auto fit the range of rows or columns. So this is our agenda for today. So with this, without wasting any time, let's go to the UiPath and implement these activities. Alright, so we are in the UiPath Studio now. Here you can see I've just done the basic setup, like I've taken the Excel process scope and use Excel file activity. And now we'll move to our first activity, which is text to column activity. So let's just drag that activity over here. And as you can see here, we have to select our source range. Here we have to select our destination range. Then we have to select the delimiter type. What is our delimiter type? So this is our data which we already have, and we want to separate this data based on the spaces available inside the data. So this column will be separated into different columns based on the space. So let's just select the source range. So here we have the sheet name as, all right, here we have to select our this sheet, text to column sheet, and our range will be A1 to, our range will be there from A1 to A7. All right, and our destination, what it would be, our destination will be the same sheet, only the difference is the cell values. So we want to paste it from the cell B1. All right, so let's just select this, and here we will pass B1. All right, and then our delimiter will be space, right? So this is done. So basic setup is done. Now let's close the file. All right, and just debug the code. Once the compilation has been done, I'll open the file. You can see the file in between the execution as well. All right, you can see the execution is being started, and the column value has been divided into different columns. So let's go here and open the file. All right, you can see this column value has been divided into different columns over here. So this is how we can separate our one column into different columns based on some delimiter that we have to give over here. You can see we have available delimiter as tab, semicolon, comma, line break, and we can define our own delimiter as well. So by clicking on this other, we can pass our delimiter over here. And one more other thing, as in Excel available, same is available with the activity. So you can select the fixed width. So once you will select the fixed width, you have to pass the number of character you want in a single column. Okay, so here if I'll pass as 3, so what will happen is, so let me just show you after debugging. Okay, let's delete this as well, close the file, save it, and just debug it. So in each column there will be only 3 characters. So based on the three character, it will be divided into different columns. You can see over here each column contains only three characters. So let's open the file again. As you can see, each column contains only three characters. So at last, if there is no three character left, whatever the number of character will be there, one or two, means less than three, it will paste in the last column. As you can see here, only one character was left, so it has given only one character in this j column. Same in case of this ny, and same in case of this ng and all. So this is how we can divide our one column into multiple columns based on the fixed width or based on the delimiter which we have given in the string value. Now let's move to our next activity. Okay, so our next activity is insert row and columns. So let's just drag that activity. Let's insert rows. We'll select this activity over, drag this activity over here, and we have to choose our range over here, like table or range. If we have the table, we can pass our table over here. If we don't have, we can pass our table over here. So let's select this sheet, and in this sheet we want five rows to be added. And if we will check it, this will, the first row in the range is a header, so we can make it as selected. Now let's select over here at the specific index we want to add the rows, at the start we want to add the rows, or at the end we want to add the rows. So let's suppose we want to add the rows in between somewhere. So select this option and pass the row at what we want to insert the rows. So we'll pass it as 5. All right, now let's debug the code. All right, you can see 5 rows has been added. Now I'll open the file and show you. See, after the fifth row, 5 more rows has been added. So this is how we can add the rows. Now let's see how we can add the columns as well. Let's copy the sheet or range, and here we'll pass insert column. So just pass the range over here. All right, and we have to pass the before or after which column we want to insert the column. So let's suppose in my case I want to insert the column after the year column, and then here we have to give the column header. So I'll pass it as test, and here I can set the like the data type of the column. So I can just make it as text. Let's click OK and just comment it out. All right, let's close, let's delete these column rows. Delete. Okay, save the file, close it, and I'll debug it again, and soon you will see the execution where this test column has been added after the column year. All right, the execution has been done. Now let's open the file. You'll see here this column test will be added after the column year. Here you can see this column is added now. So this is how we can insert the rows or columns in a Excel. Now let's see how we can delete the rows or columns. Okay, so let's just comment it out. All right, let's take the delete column first. Delete column, we'll take it off from here, and here we have to pass our Excel source. So our source will be delete rows and column sheet, this sheet, and will be having the headers. Now let's select the sheet column name which we want to delete. The column name is year. Let's debug the code. Soon you will see that year column will be removed from the particular sheet, delete rows and column. Okay, now you can see the year column has been removed. Let's go here, open the file. All right, you can see the year column has been removed from here. So same way we can delete the rows as well. Let's take the delete row activity, just minimize this. So okay, from here delete rows. All right, let's take this activity. Here we have to choose our source, excel dot sheet. Sheet will be this one, and here you can see we have four options, like any specific row we want to delete, or the visible row. If we are having the filters, we can see the visible and hidden rows, or we can remove the duplicate rows as well. All right, so let's just select the specific row, and here we can pass the position. So let's suppose we have to delete the first row. Okay, all right, okay, it is throwing some error, conversion from integer to string, so this should be in the string format. So let's pass it like this and just debug it. Think I should show you the rows, available rows, before deleting the rows, so that we can get to know whether the rows are being deleted or not. So let's see how many rows are there. 101 till 101 we are having the rows over here in this particular sheet. Now let's close it, debug the code again. Alright, so execution is done. Now let's open the file. Let's go down. So you can see we have 100 rows now. That means the first row is deleted. So this is how we can insert the rows, we can insert the column, we can delete the rows and delete the columns. Now let us see how we can delete the duplicate rows. Okay, there are two options. Either we can use this delete rows activity, and we have one more activity which is called as remove duplicates. So if we will use this delete rows, it will delete the duplicate rows only. Okay, it won't be based on some specific column. But if we will use that delete remove duplicates, what it will do, it will give us the functionality to remove the duplicate based on some columns and all. So here we can select our source. Let's say this remove duplicates. Okay, and from which column we want to remove the duplicate value. So let's suppose we want to remove it based on the year column. Okay, let's go here in this file, and our this will be, and from here, so you can see almost all the values are duplicate, so all the duplicate rows will be removed based on the column year only. Okay, let's go here and debug the code. Okay, all right, so the execution is done. Let's go here. You can see only two rows are left, because maybe all the rows containing 13 and 14 year only. So based on the year column, it has deleted or removed all the duplicate rows. And if I will select this particular activity to delete the rows, what it will do is it will compare all the column values, it won't give the functionality to choose only one column. It will compare all the column values. That means it will compare, it compares like this this whole row should be equal to this row, only then that particular activity will remove the duplicate rows. Okay, but in case if we want to remove the duplicates based on some column, we have to choose the remove duplicate activity. So this is how we can use both delete rows activity and remove duplicate activity. Now let's move to our next activity, which is format cell activity. From here we will select the format cells activity. Okay, and here we have to pass the source, that means the cell address, or we can pass the column, or we can pass the row as well. So here we can pass that one. So let's suppose in our case we'll pass the sheet as sheet, this one format cell sheet. Okay, and in this sheet if I want to select any range, let's suppose I'll select the range as A1, and I want to set the format of A1 cell. So the font color I want it like this, and font size I want it as 20, and the font style will be this, and font I will choose it as this one. And here I want the cell to be in we can say this color. All right, now let's press OK, and let's close the file as well. Don't save, and just write something in that file, in that particular sheet. I think there is nothing in that sheet. All right, let's remove this column and write it as, now let's save this, close this, and just debug the code. Alright, so execution is done. Now let's open the file and see the result, how the formatting has been done to that particular cell. Okay, so you can see this font color and font of this particular cell address, the size of this particular cell address. So this is how we can basically do the formatting of any range in the Excel. With this, let's move to our next activity, which is AutoFit Range activity. So first of all, let's comment this activity, and here we will select our next activity, AutoFit Range. All right. So here basically we have to provide our sheet. This is our sheet. All right, and here we can select either we want to AutoFit the columns, rows, or both. I'll show you. You can see here we are having some all the columns are not in the visual format, so I want all the column values to be visible, and all the rows values as well to be visible. And if any rows is having the more width than the actual width, it should be fit with the content size. All right, so with this, let's close the file, go to the UiPath, and here we will debug our code. All right, so execution is done. Now let's open the file. So you can see now the file is in the correct format. all the column values are visible, all the rows values are visible, and the rows content it fit in the proper height and width. So this is how we can perform the AutoFit range and column width to a row or a column. So with this we are done for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and share the video, and do not forget to subscribe our channel. In case if you are having any query regarding this topic or any other topic, write your comment in the comment box. I'll try my best to answer your queries. We'll meet in our next video. Till then, bye bye.